Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
I've talked before about places that don't accept cash, businesses that don't accept cash, or businesses that require cash. There's all kinds of different issues on this. And there are some cities in particular in America that have said that stores must accept cash if they do business within that city. But quite often, it is up to the merchant whether or not they're going to accept cash or could require credit cards or some kind of plastic. I've also walked into a store before and had a person behind a counter after I ordered something go, "Oh, we don't accept plastic." Like I was insulting them by offering them plastic. But it's a whole area of debate. So interestingly, and those of you looking for the hundo, we'll get to it. Interestingly, Mike sent me a note. Steve, see this? It's a short piece. Devil's Tower transitioning to cashless fee collection. This is a press release from the National Park Service, the NPS, and it came out just the other day. Devil's Tower National Monument is transitioning to cashless fee collection. So this is a national park, Devil's Tower Monument, National Monument, and it's in Wyoming, and a lot of people go there and enjoy looking at it, and they wonder why a monument was erected to such an entity, but that's another story altogether. We're not here for that. But beginning now, Devil's Tower National Monument will be accepting entrance fee payments via card and digital payments only. Reducing cash collected in fee operations allows the park unit to be a better steward of our visitors' dollars, they say. It allows our park unit to, 1, reduce the amount of time park staff spend managing cash. 2, increase the amount of fee revenue available to support critical projects and visitor services. And 3, improve accountability and reduce opportunities for improprieties. It'll be less tempting for the workers to steal the cash if there's no cash laying around. Now, they say cashless fee collection helps us stay safe, secure, and effective, and allows our rangers to spend more time with visitors, because that cash is time consuming. Cash wants your time. Cash wants you to be there and spend time with it. Visitors can also purchase Devil's Tower National Park passes before they arrive at the park by going to recreation.gov or through the recreation.gov application. It's an app. Visitors purchasing from recreation.gov will have a digital pass they can store on a mobile device or print out, saving time when they arrive at the park. So they're going cashless. They say it's going to make things go smoother, and of course it's not going to at all. And I do have a little bit of a problem with the fact that the U.S. government, the federal government, is actually saying we don't want to handle cash. As many people know who've studied cash, it says right on this bill, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. And I have a lot of people say, Steve, what does that mean? Doesn't it mean someone's got to take this money? And it's not quite that way. It's that the government sends you a tax bill, it's got to be in dollars. They can't say you got to pay us in chickens. If you get fined by a court, the fine is in dollars. Okay? And so there's a standard. There's a standard that we use for debts, public and private, and the standard is dollars. Okay? So that's that. But the point is that this Federal Reserve note is a Federal Reserve note. I'm emphasizing federal because the national park, of course, seems to be some kind of federal entity. You think that if anybody's going to take cash, it would be a national entity. But the bigger problem I have, and this is kind of ironic because literally yesterday, I got a check in the mail on Saturday. So yesterday, I'm sitting around, it's a Sunday, and I say, you know something? I should go deposit this check. I've got a check sitting on my desk. I should go deposit this check. It's Sunday, and my bank has ATMs through which I deposit checks from time to time. So I drove to my bank with my check and my wallet with my debit card, ATM card in there, and I pull up the machine. The machine greets me. I take my card out. As I go to stick the card in the machine, the little light turns red. Just as I'm approaching it, here's the mouth of the machine, here's the card. It's green, red. No matter what. Just as red. Couldn't get the machine to take my card. A couple of times I put it in, it spit it right back out again. I make sure I'm putting it in the right way. And this is a weird machine. It takes the cards in with the long edge, not the short edge, which I don't like that. That's not how God intended, but that's how the machine works. Wouldn't take the card. So I'm like, okay, I've wasted my time driving all the way out here. I can't make the deposit. Normally, if I was there on a weekday, I would just walk around and make the deposit inside, but I can't now. So I very quickly think to myself, where's the nearest other branch of this bank? It's the other side of town. So I just drive away, go to the other one. And of course, here's one that accepts the card on the short edge, goes right in, deposit made, spits out a thing, boom, 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 and I'm done. I'm done. The point I'm trying to make, though, is that the cashless technology does not always work. It does not always work. And so what happens when the cashless technology doesn't work, you take cash. So I can envision this. And it depends on how they prepare for this. Because if they go truly cashless to not only where they don't take cash, but that they can't take cash, there's going to come a time where some Saturday morning, park ranger is going to walk in, open the door, turn on the lights, flip some switches, raise the window curtain. First person's going to walk up. The guy's going to go, hang on, I got the device here. It's booting up, still booting up. Unplug, plug back in. It's never happened before. Yeah, hang on a second. Our machine is down. Do you have another machine? No. Can I pay in cash? No. Now, driving to Devil's Monument in Wyoming is a little bit more cumbersome than driving to my local bank on a Sunday afternoon. And I can picture this, and I'm sure you can too, because anybody who's worked with these devices knows that they are not foolproof, and occasionally things happen. Bad things happen. What's going to happen? So they're probably going to have to say, well, they can accept cash in an emergency, wouldn't you think? Otherwise, you'll have people who say, I drove all the way out here and your machine is down. I mean, these things happen, and I've mentioned before, I've written some books, and occasionally I sell the books and I tell people if they want a book, email me and I'll hook you up. And I send you an invoice via Square and you pay it. And I have a little Square reader. It's a little Square reader. It's literally Square, but it's also a reader. And it plugs into the bottom of my Android phone. I plug it in the phone, and when I'm doing book signings in person, after a presentation, for instance, people walk up to me and they say, I want to buy a book. I don't have cash. Do you take checks? Do you take credit cards? I say, I take anything. I don't care. So people can hand me a credit card, and I can swipe it through the reader, and then they do the thing on the phone, and they charge that way. I've had the Square reader not work. I've had it work where I had no signal. I've also had it where I had a signal, it still didn't work. Who knows why it didn't work? I don't know. And the point is that cash is foolproof. The readers and the debit systems and the things, no. So it's a dumb idea, but they're doing it, and the government occasionally does dumb things. So at least Devil's Tower is transitioning to cashless fee collection. I'm not sure there's anything unusual about Devil's Tower compared to other national monuments as to why they're doing it just there, or they're just trying to do this as an experiment, or if perhaps Devil's Tower is like so remote that somehow this makes more sense. But I don't know if it does. But quite frankly, they claim it's going to be all kinds of advantages for both the visitors and the workers. We'll see. But as of right now, if you're planning on going to Devil's Tower Monument in Wyoming, you might want to remember that cash won't get you in. You need to have some kind of card to get yourself in. So, Mike, thanks for sending it. Stories on nps.gov. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. On a good day, it's me and my computer against the world. On a bad day, it's me against my computer.